Hey guys, it's Nathan from Vision. I can't talk. Wow, that's a pretty bad intro. Okay, I'm just going to skip right to it. Just like to start off this video by saying that we're not going to talk too much about UCP's actual effectiveness in this video, because we made another video, which I'll link in the description. It might even be right under this one. I don't know. But it's a little long, but it goes in great detail over UCP's effectiveness, and I feel like there just wouldn't really be a point to explain anything about it if I'm just going to have a nice long video about its effectiveness somewhere else that actually properly goes into detail. Well, to start off, there's quite a lot of controversy surrounding UCP. Some say it's really, really bad and that multicam is a lot better, and some say it's actually quite a good pattern. In my opinion, I'd say it's surprisingly effective. The way the camo kind of is, it kind of grays out in your peripheral vision, so if you're not looking directly at it, it's quite hard to spot, and due to its digital nature, it tends to blur out at longer ranges. So I know the quality isn't very good, but you can see in these photos how UCP at longer ranges and even at some short ranges beats out a lot of competing patterns. While it is a good camo for a lot of other things, in the field that I play on, which is mostly woodland at close to medium range, patterns such as multicam, woodland, and marpet and such do tend to perform a bit better, but it is still a pretty decent camouflage. Also, another thing I'd really like to say is that if you're going to make your assumption on whether or not you like UCP or think it's effective based on camo tests on the internet, just do not use a picture like the one shown above. It's three people standing in front of a brick wall in direct sunlight from 10 feet away. Someone's going to see you from that distance no matter what. It really doesn't matter what you're wearing, to be honest. So now for a few pros and cons. Another really good pro is that UCP is really quite inexpensive. You can get it pretty cheap either on eBay or on surplus stores, and they even make a lot of pouches and vests and a lot of other things in that same pattern. Another thing I really like about it is there are quite a few colors that go really well with it, like such as foliage green, which make goggles and gloves and all sorts of little things that come in that color, and it looks really great with UCP. And surprisingly enough, coyote tan also doesn't look too bad as like boots or maybe even a vest. So as a final verdict, as a camouflage in general, it's pretty reasonably effective. But as far as airsoft goes, the field that I play at least, I know quite a few fields are mostly in wooded areas. It doesn't perform all that well compared to things like marpet or multicam. It does hold its own, but it's just simply not as effective as other patterns that are suited for those colors. I still think it's a really cool looking pattern, but if you really are extremely concerned with whether or not you're going to blend in well, it really depends on your field, like I said, but if you do play in a woodland area, it really isn't recommended, to be honest. So with a final rating out of 10, I would probably go with about a 7.5. It's kind of a shame because most of its long range or medium-ish long-range-ish advantages really can't shine very well in airsoft. His engagement distance is really a lot closer. It's still not a bad pattern, and it still can hold its own in a lot of environments, but it's not super well suited to woodland. So anyway, if you liked the video or want us to do more of these, please leave a thumbs up, and if there's a specific pattern you want us to do, just leave it in the comments, and if we have it or can get it easily, we will try to do it. If anyone wants to debate UCP's effectiveness in the comments, bring it on!